What's up, everyone? We are here back bringing you a brand new game on the iOS store. It's called Clash Royale. It's from the makers of Supercell, from makers of Clash of Clans. So you've probably heard about it. I mean, it's a pretty popular, pretty big game right now in the mobile department, and it's a card-based system that is kind of like a tower defense push-pull match. So you put cards out on the grid here, and they automatically path to your opponent's towers, and whoever has the most tower destruction at the end of 3 minutes wins the match. So you're trying to have a better strategy than your opponent, pretty much, it comes down to. Because you have the same amount of elixir. Your deck will be completely different, though. You can see we've taken down one of his, so we had the victory right there. We disintegrated his tower. Now, if you take down this tower, this gives you all three the victory. This is the main tower. We're wasting elixir. It fills up gradually over time, and if it gets to 10, it just stops. You want to combo cards together, so that's part of the reason why you let it build up. So right there, we have 3 cards going, on offense right now. And we're going to bring out another card here. And so we're doing an offensive push. You kind of want to, like I said, do the cards together to have more DPS. Otherwise, the towers are going to defend themselves pretty well if you just do one card at a time. You've got to think strategically of both offensive and defensive tips. As if you focus just on offense, that means your defenses are going to be extremely weak. So you can see this one little tower over here, we're ahead 1-0 right now, is a lot weaker than the main tower. So we're actually going to go and focus and do an offensive push on the side there. We have to bring something else out to counter up his giant that he just spawned. So we need to do some defense. So now it's all about defense because he's going non-stop crazy here. And we have a giant ready to go, which is going to give us a nice offensive push. Giant's got tons of HP, goes directly for the tower, doesn't care about anything else. And we're going to hover our arrows over here because most likely they're going to throw out the skeletons, which the arrows will be able to kill, and that's going to give us the victory on that tower. I'm going to put out a defensive cannon here, and we got the 3 stars right there. So he was not a very good opponent. Snow 742, he kind of sucked, and we just crushed him right there, gaining 25 of his trophies. So you build your deck up, and you have all these other cards. There's different types of rarities. So if you're familiar with the collectible card game genre at all, you'll notice that it's very similar. You open up kind of like booster packs in the form of treasure chests. You get free ones every 4 hours, and then you can earn some by getting 10 crowns. The crowns are what you're fighting for. So in that battle, we just won 3 crowns. So you need to win, 4 matches completely to get it. Or if you just win here and there 1 or 2 crowns every match, it will continue to fill up, and you'll get a free chest. It's got some nice cards in there, and then you also get a bonus chest every match that you win, up to 4, and then it takes a few hours to open them. You can see 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours, 8 hours, and inside here you get a little bit of cards, so 5 cards, some gold, and that's the basics of how you get cards. You can of course use gems, the premium currency, to unlock those chests right away. You can also directly buy cards that change every day in the shop over here. They cost a lot of gold, which the only way to get gold is through the treasure chest. So you're gold strapped as a free-to-play player. Otherwise, the paying players are going to just blow you away by buying tons of gold with the gems there, buying treasure chests that don't require times to open, and then they're going to have access to epic cards, which are a little bit stronger generally than the normal common and rare cards. Like I said, very familiar with the collectible card game genre. So, the holographic cards are typically better, and that's what these guys are. These guys are spells and this is a giant skeleton, and he is a really strong troop. We don't actually have enough to buy him. We've never had 2,000 gold. You can see he's got 2,000 HP. He's damage right there. When he dies, he does 720 like bomb damage to everything. Huge AoE. He costs 6. He's just quite frankly pretty damn good. Here's a lightning spell. You see the power there. He's actually very, very good and effective. But again, we don't have 2,000 gold. And then when you get additional cards, you can level them up. So you can see here, we have our deck, and we have a couple of deck slots. Once we get 20 of these cannons, we can level it up to level 5. It's going to cost gold. So like this down here, we have enough of the fireballs. Cost gold, which again, you're going to be gold strapped. And overall, very, very limited as a free player. You do get the free chest, but it's like, it's definitely not enough. And then you get into these situations where you're being up against opponents that you just simply can't beat because they have higher level cards than you. Obviously, there's a lot of strategy involved in the game. But the fact is, if you're fighting an opponent, you see this is a level 3 giant. If you're fighting an opponent that's got like a level 5 giant, he's going to win. A level 3 giant versus a level 5 giant is going to beat you. You can see he's got level 5 minions right there. I think my level minions are like level 3. So my cards are a lot weaker. And his towers over here, you can see his tower has 2,030 HP. He's level 6, I'm level 5. You level up by upgrading your cards and creating a stronger deck. And also by donating cards. Donating cards is free to your alliance. But overall, you see his towers actually get stronger because he's a higher level player. Pretty much because he's either played longer or he's paid more money. So those facts are very, very, very sour in my mouth as a free-to-play player. Otherwise, the game would be really solid if there was less, in my opinion, pay-to-win on this. So he's taking down one of our towers. We've barely done any damage to his towers at all. You can see his musketeer is level 4. Our musketeer is level 3. So you see you got that power difference right there. And it's just a level 4 musketeer is going to have more HP. It's going to do more damage. It's going to be stronger, survive longer. Paying players typically have these pony dudes, which are epic cards, and that pony dude is even a level 2. The pony dude is really, really good card. There's almost, I have yet to find any real big counter to it. So again, there it is. His giant is level 4. Our giant is level 3. So just everywhere he has us crushed level-wise. It doesn't mean that we can't necessarily beat him. It just means we're going to have a really, really tough time against him. So if we play better than him, we might be able to even out the balance of power there. But we have to play better than him. And then there's a slight chance that we'll win. Not the fact that the best player is going to win. It's going to be the person who's, paying more money, playing longer, and just overall pretty much, spent more more money, more real life currency in this game is going to have a huge advantage. Of course, the time will matter because you can slowly progress. You can gain about 6 gems or so every day from the free chests, and you can build up your gem supply slowly but surely. So if you played the game for, say, 3 months versus a new player who just started out, you're definitely going to have an advantage. If you played the game for 3 months versus a new player that just started out but put down $100, the person that put down $100 is probably going to be beating you because of his levels of his cards. And granted, he's not going to be the best player because he probably just started, just learning the game. But if he's throwing down $100, his card levels are going to be a lot higher. So with $100, you can go ahead and purchase 14,000 gems. That can get you we'll say 100,000 gold, which will allow you to upgrade your cards. Then you can get the super magical chest, which will get you 10 epic cards. So you're going to get like every epic cards at that stage, 306 cards in general, 61 rare cards. That's going to allow you to level up all your cards to, at least level 4 probably, maybe 5, which is going to give you a huge power advantage over your opponents. So yeah, so a person that's spent 3 months playing the game as a free-to-play player most likely will lose to someone who spent $100 and just started the game. To me, that just is not right at all, and that's why I think this game is very, very pay to win. Overall, it's a fun game though. I mean, I'm having fun playing it here and there casually. If you're into really competitive stuff, stay away. This game is very pay to win in my opinion, and I don't think you're going to like it unless you're willing to throw down lots of money to be competitive.